I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
Are you here to discuss your orders, or is there something else you want? We need an Ashlander informant. I have heard of a fellow in Aldrun named Hasur Zainsubani, an Ashlander who left the Wastes to become a wealthy trader. They say the Ashlanders like to give and receive presents. Take these 100 drakes. Find out what Zainsubani likes, and get him a gift. Then give him the gift and see if he will tell you about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult. Then report back to me. Hasur Zainsubani is an Ashlander who left the Wastes to become a wealthy trader in Aldrun. I'm not sure where to find him, but I'd try the Aldskar Inn in Aldrun first. That's a more respectable place than the Rat in the Pot or the Council Club. I don't know much about the Ashlanders. Are you ready for your orders, or is there something else you want? Are you ready for your orders, or is there something else Are you ready for your orders, or is there something else? Are you ready for your orders, or is there something else you Are you ready for your orders, or is there something
Haven't I heard? Wealth beyond measure, Outlander. I can tell. We make a special trip just for you. Same low price. I don't believe I've seen a with such a grand outfit in some time. Can I help you? Why walk when you can ride? Your turn to talk. I'll listen. Wealth beyond measure, Outlander. I've got better things to do, so...
Outlander, what do you want?
Welcome to Aldrin. New here? Hasur Zain Subani, the trader? He'll be downstairs reading.
Outlander, what do you want?
You may speak. I am Hasur Zain Subani. May you bless and be blessed. I do not wish to be rude, but if you have business, speak it, for I am at leisure and would prefer to be alone with my thoughts. I am a retired trader. I am well-traveled and a man of letters, but I am proud of my Ashlander birth and heritage. I see. You wish to learn of Ashlanders from me, and what is it that you wish to learn? A curious question. A gift is a sign of courtesy among strangers and affection among friends. Among strangers, a thoughtful gift is a sign that you are cautious and considerate and aware of the other's wants and needs. Such is particularly useful for traders and travelers. Among friends, it is a private thing and subtle, with great risks, for the test of the gift is how well it is tailored to the receiver. Ashlanders may challenge a stranger who enters a yurt without invitation. Customs differ with different tribes, but leave when requested, and you may be forgiven. Be particularly careful about Ashkans, tribal chiefs, and wise women, tribal seers and counselors. Some are welcoming, some are hostile. Be courteous and leave if requested. If offended, they may attack. Yes. A gift that shows you have taken the care to learn something of the receiver. For example, I love poetry. No stranger could be expected to know this, but a book of poetry given to me by a stranger shows the giver respects me and has made a special effort to know and please me. But now I have answered your question and would like some time to myself. If you will excuse me. I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
Welcome to Aldrun, the district seat of House Redoran. I must be going, so if you could make it quick.
Let's
Speak,
get this
traveler.
over with quickly. Well, stranger, I know my way around Aldrun, if that's what you're looking for. Why would I want to do that? You do not understand these things. Well, that's thoughtful. How charming. I suppose I hear you.
This is a volume of verse collected from Ashlander wise women. May I shrink to dust is from the Ahimusa Ashlanders of the Grazelands. May I shrink to dust in your cold, wild wastes, and may my tongue speak its last hymn to your winds. I pray for the herder that whistles to his gar at play. I pray for the hunter that stalks the white walkers. I pray for the wise one that seeks under the hill, and the wife who wishes for one last touch of her dead child's hand. I will not pray for that which I've lost when my heart springs forth from your soil like a seed, and blossoms anew beneath tomorrow's sun.
Yes, what is your business with me? I believe I have answered your questions about choosing a thoughtful gift. This is a gift for me. I am amazed. A copy of Words of the Wind, the words of the Blessed Mothers. I gratefully accept your gift. My people have never loved the written word, and I lament their ignorant scorn for such common yet potent magic. I thank you, and I honor your courtesy. It would please me to return your courtesy by answering your questions. What would you wish to know about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult? There is too much to tell. Here, take these notes. I've written here what you should know about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult, but most of all, if you are visiting a camp, there are things you should know about courtesy and challenges among the Ashlanders. And since you ask about the Nerevarine cult, perhaps you'll be interested in my views on the Ashlanders and foreigners, because a guiding passion of the Nerevarine cult is their hatred of foreigners. You have my notes. They worship the great Ashkan and Hortator, Nerevar moon and star, who in ages past destroyed the evil, godless dwarves and banished the treacherous Dagoth-Ur and his foul hosts beneath Red Mountain. The cult is of small consequence in Ashlander worship, and only among the Urshilaku do its followers have any influence. Others Ashlanders' tribes share the sentiments of the cult, but regard the Nerevarine prophecies with suspicion and skepticism. Ashlanders may challenge a stranger who enters a yurt without invitation. Customs differ with different tribes, but when challenged for sport, it is acceptable to decline. When challenged for honor, it is shameful to decline. Honor challenges come from offense given in speech or action, or may represent customary formal challenges of status or ritual. Most Ashlanders wish all foreigners and their false gods could be driven from Morrowind. At very least, Ashlanders wish the foreign devils would leave them in peace. Ashlanders think it shameful to attack unarmed persons, but they will kill without hesitation an armed person who offends them or their clan laws. No Ashlander is fool enough to make war against the Empire. However, if such a war might be won, many Ashlanders might cheerfully give their lives to win such a war. All Ashlanders in a tribe, young and small, are born into the ancestor cult of their clan. The Nerevarine cult is different, though. It is a very small cult, with only a few wise women with the gift of prophecy, and a few holy warrior heroes who guard and protect the seers. Sulmatul, Ashkan of the Urshilaku, is the warrior protector of the cult, and Nibani Maisa, also of the Urshilaku, is the oracle seer of the cult. The Urshilaku are the Ashlanders of the northern Ashlands and the West Gash in the northwest of Vvardenfell. Ashkan Sulmatul is their chief, a brave and respected war leader, and warrior protector of the Nerevarine cult. The Urshilaku camp moves with the herds, but usually lies close to the Sea of Ghosts. North of the village of Margan, on the northern coast of Vvardenfell. Margan is a small village. I'm a trader. I know the Ashlands, their people and their ways. I know what they will buy and sell, and what will bring good. Perhaps it means nothing. It is peculiar, the tall figure in the golden mask. It puts me in mind of the golden helm of the Ordinator, but that does not seem to fit the spirit of the dream. My people take careful account of dreams, but only a wise woman can tease from them their meanings. Yes, my friend. You say you want to ask me some questions. What would you wish to know about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult? Or perhaps you wish to know more about my life as a trader. I am too old to travel now, to risk the beasts and bitter blights of the wastes. Now I sit here warm and savor my imported Cyrodiilic brandy, while my adventurous son, Hanat Zainsubani, assists me in my trade, seeking out sources of fine ebony and fetching them at fine prices. I wonder at my son. He has been so long away without a word to his father. Surely he wishes me to die of worry, so he may inherit this fine brandy. He has proposed to chart the rarely visited ancient underground complex at Mamea, west of Red Mountain. If you should chance to see him in your travels, chide him and tell him an old man longs for news of his son and heir. Yes, I understand. Don't give it another thought. Is there something you need?
Hello. I don't
Welcome,
know
my
if I can
friend.
help you,
Did
but,
you wish to ask
I'll
about...
try.
Are you here to discuss your orders, or is there something else you want? Thanks for your report, but keep Zainsubani's notes on the Ashlanders. You'll need them. I'm promoting you and sending you to the Urshilaku camp to speak with Sulmatul and Nibani Maisa. But before you go, I think it may be time to tell you what's going on. The Emperor and his advisors think you have the appearance of meeting the conditions of the Nerevarine prophecies. That's why you were pulled out of prison on His Majesty's authority and sent to me. So you could satisfy the conditions of the Nerevarine prophecies and become the Nerevarine. Here, this is a decoded copy of the coded package you gave me when you arrived. Read it later. It should explain everything. As you'll see in the decoded message, the Emperor and his counselors say you have the appearance of satisfying the conditions of the prophecy. Do you really satisfy the prophecy? Are you really the prophesied Nerevarine? At first I thought we were just supposed to create a persuasive impostor. Now, I don't know what to think. But I'm sure of one thing. This is not just primitive superstition, and we will treat it seriously, just as His Majesty commands. So, Zainsubani says Sulmatul and Nibani Maisa at Urshilaku camp are the heads of the Nerevarine cult. So I'm sending you to speak with them. Tell them your story, and have them test you against the Nerevarine prophecies. As heads of the Nerevarine cult, they can best judge whether you satisfy the prophecies. When you've spoken with them, report back to me. Here's 200 drakes for expenses, and pick up essential supplies at Fort Moonmoth. Zainsubani says the Urshilaku camp lies close to the Sea of Ghosts, north of the village of Margan, on the northern coast of Vvardenfell. The fastest, smartest way to reach Margan is to take a silt strider from Balmora to Aldrun, and from Aldrun to Margan. In Margan, look for a scout named Nuleno Tedas at Margan Outpost. She'll be able to tell you how to reach Ursulaku Camp. Before you go to Ursulaku Camp, see Samutis Vunis and Crulius Pontanian at Fort Moonmoth. I've asked them to put aside some potions and scrolls for you, courtesy of the Emperor. In particular, you'll want the cure potions. I hear the blight is very bad up north, and use the Divine Intervention scroll if you find you're in over your head. It will get you safe to an Imperial cult shrine where you can heal, refit, and try again. Moonmoth Fort is the Imperial Legion garrison southeast of Balmora, just outside of town. Rad Hardheart is the knight in charge. Between the Imperial Legions and Imperial cult staff, they have about a dozen service providers out there. The Emperor and his counselors say you have the appearance of satisfying the conditions of the Nerevarine prophecy. The package you gave me described the prophecy's conditions, and you seem to match them. An orphan and outcast. A youth born on a certain day to uncertain parents. Standard vague prophecy stuff. I can see how it would be nice to have a Nerevarine in our pocket, just in case. But the Emperor and his advisors seem to think this prophecy is genuine, whatever a genuine prophecy is. And we're going to take it seriously, aren't we? You're worrying me. You're not going loopy on me, are you? A word of advice. In Morrowind, if you have disturbing dreams, the temple says you are crazy, and they want to lock you up. And if you have disturbing dreams and think they mean something, then the temple thinks you're a prophet or witch, and they want to lock you up, so take my advice and keep a lid on it. House Telvanni is one of the 3 Dunmer great houses on Vvardenfell. Their nobles are 1,000-year-old wizards. Telvanni are supposed to hate politics, foreigners, and just about everything else, but the Vvardenfell Telvanni are apparently more ambitious and adventurous than most. I don't know much about them, but they do hire Western mercenaries, and some even rise to higher ranks. Talk to Telvanni counselors if you want to become a Telvanni retainer. With pleasure. Please, go ahead.
I don't know where to begin. It is such an honor to meet you.
I don't know you. What do you want? The blades are the Emperor's spies. They're everywhere, but no one knows who they are. You look like you can handle a sword. Want to join the Imperial Legion? What say you? I don't know you. What do you want? The blades are the Emperor's spies. They're everywhere, but no one knows who they are. It's the reincarnation of some dark elven hero, supposed to come and drive the Empire out of Morrowind. Just...
I don't know you. What do you want? The blades are the Empire is the greatest achievement of Tamrielic civilization. This melting pot of contrasting culture. It's the reincarnation.
I don't know you. What do you want? It's the reincarnation of some dark elven... The blades are the Emperor's spies. They're every...
I don't know you. What do you want? The blades are the Emperor's spies.
Now, where did I put that? Welcome! Can I tell you about the Imperial cult? We invite you to become a lay member. Welcome! Can I tell you about the Imperial cult? We invite you to become a lay member. Kaya said you'd come by. I've chosen from my best scroll stocks. I don't know your preferences or situation, but blessings and barriers always come in handy. Purity of body sets you up amazingly in a fight. And of course, divine intervention gets you safe to an Imperial cult shrine when all else fails. Here, they're paid for. Now, I don't know your budget, but you might also want to browse my selection for scrolls to suit your own personal style. I gave you the scrolls, but as I said, you... Let's hear it. Welcome! Can I tell you about the Imperial...
Do you want something?
What, can I help you? With an outfit like that, you must be...
Do you want something?
What was that?
Anything I can do for you?
What makes this smell?
Do you want something?
Welcome. Can I tell you about the Imperial cult? Yes. Kaya said a friend was heading into the back country and would need some potions. I've given you cures and fortifies. There's no charge. But if you'll take my advice and you can afford it, stock up on the cures. There are no Imperial cult cure altars north of Aldrun. The one at Nesis is far to the west. And we've heard many recent reports of diseased creatures and blighted creatures in the northern wilds.
Go ahead, I'm listening. Don't stand about.
Go ahead, stranger.
We make us... Good day, Outlander. I'm Balmora's caravaner. Tell me your destination. We make a special trip just for you. Good day, stranger. Welcome to Aldrun. I'm the local caravaner, and I... We make a special trip just for you. Same low price. Welcome to Margan. I'm Shilapuran Zama Rasur. Margan is the site of the Holy Tower Shrine, favorite place of pilgrimage for the temple. Mance Andus is the publican of Andus Trade House, and Miles Gloriosus, famous questing swordsman and monster slayer, is taking his lodgings there while he hunts the blight creatures plaguing the village. Tralus Rendus and Salin Ravel are the tribunal priests at the Tower Shrine. Aldsbaro, the smith, is ranking Redoran at the Margan outpost. The Tower Shrine, the famous Margan pilgrimage site, is on the east, surrounded by a wall and 3 watchtowers.
Let's hear it.
Citizen, welcome to Margan. Is there some specific place you want? It's outside the town walls to the southeast, near the shrine.
Good day. I'm Mance Andus.
Citizen.
Now, where did I put that?
My pleasure. I'm Aldsbaro. What can I do for you? Is this your first visit to Margan?
Okay, Outlander, but make it quick.
Outlander, what do you want? Welcome to Margan. Is there some specific place you want to visit while you're here? Urshulaku camp is due north from Margan, but high ridges lie in the way. From Margan, head east past the Siltstrider, then take a trail north to the Foyada Banidad. Follow the Foyada northwest to the sea. A shipwreck at the seamouth of the ravine is a landmark. Swim east around the headland, pass east through the ruins of Asurnabitashpi Shrine. Avoid Daedra here. They're powerful and aggressive. Urshulaku camp lies east of the ruins, inland in a low hollow.
You may speak. Your wounds are afraid.